Yeah, all right now. WHIB 102.3 FM, New Orleans. Of course, it is the Morning Brew. Getting ready to rock and roll this morning. Hit that like button, hit that share button. Yeah, I'm rolling a little late this morning, but that's all right. We here. I got my main man Serve in the building, Mr. Serve on No Limit Records, platinum recording artist. About to get ready to do it again. Man, let me see who tapped in with me this morning. Miss Nee_Nee. What's up, Serves, baby? LGJJ Productions.
Wifey, huh?
Yeah, wifey checked in this morning. What up, sis? Who else we got, man, tapped in this morning? Is that Diane? I think that's Diane. Bahama Media. What's up? Long time no see. I guess it's about that time. We got to get ready to rock and roll, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Morning Brew. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right, man. If everything's sounding good this morning, man, put a one in the comments. We flying solo, no producer this morning. I am the producer. And I don't know. I got to check everything out this morning. I don't know.
You're a big deal.
I was trying to make sure everything sound good, everybody looking good. Trying some new camera angles this morning, man. If you like them joints, man, let me know. I had to move the camera around a little bit this morning and make some adjustments, man. But giving you a different angle or two. Sir, what's good with it this morning? How you feeling on a beautiful Monday? Motivation Monday. What got you motivated?
I'm awesome. I'm alive. That's my motivation today. And got so much going on, man, that we definitely got to cover. So it's gonna be an interesting show. So I'm up. I'm up. I'm up.
All right. And shouts out to Miss JV5. She says, I seen y'all video last Friday. And to be clear, I'm an independent. And I wouldn't send President Trump away.
Well, Miss JV5, good
She
morning.
said she a independent. She's not a Republican. She responded because I think we said
a lot of us gonna try to.
I think we said she our resident.
We never said she was a Republican.
I said the resident Trump supporter.
Yeah, she's MAGA, black MAGA. So
I said the resident Trump supporter.
We still love you, but we want to send him away. He got to go.
He got to go.
Along with the French quarters and everything. He got to go.
Good morning, Miss JV5. I hope you had a great weekend. How was church? I know you went to church this week. How was church? Miss JV5 went to church now.
She prayed for Trump.
I'm sure she did. she said she prayed for our president all the time.
Oh Lord.
She do. That's what she said. I think we all should be praying for the president.
But hey, I ain't mad at it because the devil was God's greatest angel.
Well, no. Well, how I look at it. How I look at it, I just feel like we should be praying for anybody that's in position to be making decisions for us. That God help them to make wise decisions.
He's making decisions for us.
His decisions and how he feel about things make a difference. Well, I'm just saying how he feel, and the position he in, his perspective and however he feel about it, it affects a lot of people, right? And so anybody in that position, I think we should be praying that they make good, wise decisions.
How has that been working so far?
I mean, in my life,
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about since he's been in office. Has he been making some good decisions? That's another story for another day.
No, I don't. In my perspective, I don't know if I agree with every decision, but I don't think I have all of the 100% details of every single variation
Mm.
of why he made certain decisions. See, I think it's easy for us to judge decisions that people make, but a lot of times we don't have any of the other variables
But
that
also
that
some things
that
are
was
common sense.
based
Some things are common
in that
sense.
conversation.
If our economy is bad, why would you go to war and spend $1 billion a day when we need the money here? Now that's a common sense, not towards you, but that's a common sense. Like
Yeah.
that wasn't the right thing to do.
Well, like I said, I
Yeah,
agree. And
yeah.
if I had to be asked, do I lean more towards his decisions or do I mean lean more away? I would say away based on my perspective
Let me tell you something.
because I just don't. Some of the decisions that he's making,
You got America great, make America great again.
I don't know if it's beneficial, but I try to find the benefits in every decision.
God bless you, brother.
I,
I ain't mad at you. I respect it. I respect everybody's
he
opinion.
made a good. He said he just did made some kind of decision with the real estate, which is going to lock in the interest rates. That's going to be a good thing for some people.
Well, if there's property left that his
I
people
mean,
haven't
people with
that
some money.
that his people have. And there you go. There you go.
A lot of people ain't going to have money
There
to
you
be
go.
able to take advantage of
Hmm.
some of the
I,
good
I
things.
could sit down and say a few
But
things, but you got to look. See,
it's
a few.
always been a
He
richer
he has done some
richer for
things.
the richer
He has done some things, but I
type
say
of
he done
environment.
he's done some good things. You have to look. You know what I'm saying? He don't make it easy, but he has done some good things. But the bad things out far outweigh where you just kind of how you say, man, he he kind of bad, but say, bro, he kind of cool. But I'm not saying he cool. Has done some things that with the credit bureaus and things, it's making it easy, but you got to look for it. So those some of those things, but overall majority, he gets a thumbs down, double thumbs down for approval rating of doing something that's good for the American people. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right.
But he has done some things. If you really look, you know what I'm saying? It's something we're gonna talk about later. You know what I'm saying concerning us as black people. But it's some things he's put there, but we know he's put there for his elite.
All right.
Yeah. So
So we had our Trump conversation for
yeah,
today.
we done with him. We done. I ain't
All
talking
right.
about him today.
So boom.
Mhm.
What got you motivated?
Oh man, the fact that my baby girl, this is her senior year, it's kind of touching for me. And she went to prom and things this weekend past, man. And it just made me look at it
You
and
wasn't
then
over
being
there harassing dude, was you?
no, 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 no,
You
no.
you
And
know
so no, no, no.
you
He's
know
a good
this
kid, good kid, good
know
kid,
this young gentleman.
good kid, man. He's a good kid. He plays basketball, he plays football with Slide L, and he's going to Texas Tech on a scholarship, good student. You know what I'm saying? Real respectful young man. But just looking how and it was something that made me not sad, but made me more motivated, even more so. What he was saying, sometimes we live to make sure our kids are okay without us, and so it makes you sit down and say, cherish all the moments. And we took that trip, and so we took that trip for hours together in the car. And I always knew stuff about my kids, but you learn to a lot more. You know what I'm saying? And a
By
lot, and
talking
then
to him and
yeah,
spending time
and
with
then
him.
just
Yeah,
seeing the
definitely.
competence. Like what, in today's world, when you see so many of our kids go awry in the black community, it was proud to see and listen to her speak and where she wanted, what she want to do. And it says like, man, basically, we did a good job with her. I mean, it remains to be seen. They're gonna bump their head, and then just all my kids. But so much times that we have so many black kids that look like they make social media in the news more than everybody else of their
I,
mistakes.
I
And we,
always
yeah,
always
yeah, you,
question
yeah,
that. I
yeah,
said
yeah.
I think the issue is they show us the worst of the worst.
Yeah, and we have so many like you could put them out there fighting all over everywhere, and everybody say, "Look how they all, look how they all," but then nobody puts where you got car and saying, oh, and you got 35, and you got, where they graduating
I'm talking.
100%. No, they graduating
Well,
100%.
I
They
was gonna
all going
say
to
these.
college,
I was saying
you
these
know?
are hundreds of kids at one time. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah.
Like so when you say a McDonough 35, we talking about these are just about 1,000 students
No,
that are
no,
going to
no,
college.
but
Yeah,
I'm saying,
I'm
yeah,
agreeing with
yeah.
you.
And and you look at locate like for instance the kids that I think it's Spelman just recently, like every last one of them have graduated, And even, some of these HBCU coaches where, these athletes, you think they're just dumb athletes, but these young black men are graduating. They showed something about our girls going to medical school and nursing school at these schools. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, they show the worst of us, but yet nobody. And when people say that, bet you nobody want to press like on this. You know what I'm saying? And that was like Carr and St. Augustine. I noticed that, where they had 100%, and they showed millions of scholarship money that's going to these schools of these young black men. Where in turn, what they always showing shootouts, showing them fighting and doing other things, but nobody's.
Yeah, unfortunately, and I'm gonna talk about some of that
Yeah, we're gonna talk. We
today.
definitely, because
The
I know.
rodeo got shut down
Yeah,
early.
they got some topics, and I
Looked
definitely
like
wrote
they
that
had
down.
some scuffles out there at Super
Yeah,
Sunday.
yeah.
So we're gonna talk about this.
You want to run these topics? You want me to run these topics? Some of them.
Do our people know how to act? You wanna
Yeah.
oh,
Okay.
so we did what, type it in the comments. Let me do this real quick. Type it in the comments. Let me know what got you motivated on a big old Monday. It is Motivation Monday. I'll be reading some of those comments throughout the show. Cutting up in the comments, man. Brought to you by my guy. Also sponsoring the Morning Brew athlete of the youth athlete of the week. These donuts, man. Shouts out to these donuts. Shouts out to Harris Robinson Mortgages. Also, and I'm dropping the flyer today. I meant to drop it this morning, but I was running behind this morning, man. But I'll drop that flyer later today. And of course, you can register your youth by sending me their accomplishments, scholastic and athletic, to the morning brew at gmail.com. The morning brew at gmail.com. Shout out to my nephews too, man. Both of my nephews running track, and I was just looking at my oldest son sent me some pictures of him running track. So I got all of the boys right now in my family. They all running track right now, and they all good.
Number one though.
Yeah,
Dating 500. I say it like that. Come on, say it
I
right.
don't
See, I
know.
go get low. Look, dating
I
500.
don't
I'm,
know.
I'm going with
The
date.
the older nephews
I know they
would
doing their thing.
definitely will have something
But
to
see,
say.
dating is a secret weapon.
No,
You
you
see him,
can't do
you
that.
see him, you see
Say,
him. No,
look,
no, no,
I'm a
no.
listen to me, listen to me.
Mm,
No, trust me. Stop.
mm.
I'm gonna stop you because me and my wife was talking about this weekend, and I'm gonna use this as a teaching moment.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, this is a great teaching moment. Me and my wife was talking about this weekend, and I'm not gonna say no names, but sometimes we be noticing parents, and sometimes the parents might accidentally, not knowingly, create competition like amongst their siblings. And so one thing I want to give my mom kudos. Well, I'll just say my family in general. Like me and my brother, especially me and my brothers and sisters. We don't do that. We don't be like, oh, we celebrate all of them because we look at it all like, it's one big legacy. And I know you don't mean that by it. You just be showing love today, but that's why I'm like that. That's why I always be
Well,
like,
you don't give me what the rest of them do. So now I'm gonna put you in the circle.
all
You don't
right.
tell me what
Well,
the
I
other
was
ones do.
just
You'll tell me when they got track meets. Guess who
no.
track meet? I know
What
about.
I just was mentioning, I was just mentioning all
But but
of
but
the
but
the
but, you, but I
nephews.
need all
I
of it
said
then.
they all
Yeah.
running track. They all doing really
And
good.
it's the
But
first
nevertheless,
time.
if you
Yeah.
want to register your
Yeah.
kids, if you want to register your kids for the youth athlete of the week award, you could register your kid. And I don't care if y'all have favorables. That's why you should email me. Just email me the scholastic and athletic accomplishments, man, accomplishments. And we're gonna make it happen. And shouts out to the people that help me make it happen. All right, sir, let's get into it,
All right.
brother. After I got all that long-winded stuff
Yeah,
out there.
definitely, definitely,
All right.
definitely,
So
definitely.
what you got on
All
your
right,
topic
all
table?
right. Number one, we got, what I'm saying, I will say his name when we get into it. A millionaire adopts in a poor neighborhood in Florida. And I will tell you later about what has done to the graduation rate and what it's done and how. And it's about giving back. And are we as black people coming back to them to give back and make a difference? You know what I'm saying? Because once you find out who did this, I think we have a discussion about that. Then we got
I like the
racist,
whole idea,
yeah,
though. I ain't gonna even lie.
racist incidents at the St. Patrick Day parade, and why is
Oh, I
parade
did
season
see
has
that.
been so many racist incidents? You know what I'm saying? Is it because of the current state of this administration and what is brought out? Because they say a lot of them not wearing their white hats no more, so they out in the open. And hey, I'd rather know you're racist. You know what I'm saying? At least I know how to deal with you.
All
All
right.
right. Several black coaches and assistants teams will be in March Madness, giving them chances of running their programs. Should we be pushing more players to go to these schools where they got these black coaches who are now doing well and getting NCAAs? And will they be plucked away from these schools? You know what I'm saying? And brought to these bigger D1s or whatever, would not to keep our players coming. So we're gonna talk about that. A lot of
Yep.
lot of black coaches and assistants are really making something happen. March Madness coming up. Super Sunday vendors upset and has some complaints. You know what I'm saying? Because of now things have changed on Super Sunday, and we'll discuss that. And the
We
overall
gotta
thing,
go fast
yeah,
today. You
yeah,
got a
yeah,
lot of
yeah,
good
yeah. And
topics.
so and something you always talk about systematic racism. Are we fighting a good fight? Are we just complaining? Okay. All right. Minnesota group along with Pastor Jamal Bryant, who
Oh, you was doing
faced the
your research
target
yesterday.
boycott. Yeah, they did the target boycott against DI rollback and stuff like that. And you wait till you see the numbers that the boycott shows that it works in the situation. But now they mad at Pastor Jamal Bryant, the man that put his face and his career on it. They mad, and we'll talk about that. We talk about the numbers. Then we got John Curtis High School. They won the championship and they beat. Guess who they beat?
Oh yeah, and the car people.
There it is. But it's something
They must have
significant
been.
about that.
They must have been playing hella defense in
Yeah,
that game. That
because
was
it's
a low
low,
scoring
low
game.
scoring game,
I seen the score. I said they must have been
and
playing
it,
hella
and
defense
it's a
in
little
that
something
game.
around that too. A little something around it. We'll talk about the refereeing and the free throws or
They were
whatever.
saying they wouldn't get no calls.
Yeah, and John Curtis been getting a lot of calls
How
super
many?
lately.
How
But
many?
John Curtis got the number one player
How
in
many?
in the state.
How many? Well, we'll get
Young
to it.
black man.
Did you? Do you have how many free throws John
No,
Curtis caught?
I didn't
I
get to do
mean
that.
shot
I wanted to check it.
versus Carr.
But when they played St. Aug earlier those two times, and when they played Carl earlier, they were saying they sure were getting to the free throw
Well,
line a
you
little more.
know, well, all I'm gonna say is if you know you're not gonna be getting the calls against
You can't let
that's
the referees decide it.
I ain't gonna lie, the way we came up when we played balls, like if we was playing against a
Mhm.
school like John Curtis or something like that,
We knew we wasn't gonna get them calls, so
you
we got to blow you out. We got
yeah,
to deal
you
with you.
got to play ball.
You got to go up so much that to the
Yeah.
point that
You got
when
to
they start getting them calls, it's too late.
I hate when people be doing that. We know we wasn't gonna get the
What the coach tell you before?
if it wasn't a call like a game winning call, that's the ones that hurt. But like if
To
they
keep
just calling
to
a
keep
tough game
itself in there.
on you,
Mhm. Well, what the
you
coach
got
tell
to
you?
play
Certain
ball.
schools, the coach tell you, we're not gonna get no calls, so
So
y'all
don't
got to dog them. We got to dominate
yeah,
you.
he gonna be like, look, don't be complaining. Just get up and
And
play ball.
and that's something interesting I want to talk about in between
That's
that too.
crazy, huh?
I want to talk about that too, about how these schools like John Curtis and Rumble, these players they get from the inner city. If you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? There's so many of them. Nothing wrong with a good, education. But the last thing, definitely with sports, the Saints signed some interesting signings, which means some people are leaving. The heart of the team left. We'll talk about that. He's gone. You know what I'm saying?
Not
Don't
my
say I said when we get to it.
not my boy.
Yeah, he the heart of the team. I'll give y'all a
They only
clue.
got like
I'll give
three
you no.
players I like.
I give you a clue. Man of God,
Yeah.
be on his shoes. You know, my wife gonna be mad. That's her favorite player. You know, one of them. Well, when he left,
I only got
you
like
know,
three players that I
yeah,
really be liking out
and if
there.
possible, another one either gonna leave because of a certain signing, or he just might retire. But we'll talk about it when it comes. So those are the topics we'll be talking about today.
All
You know what
right.
I'm saying? Because I know a few of them you really about to get into it
Now
because
we gotta go fast
yeah,
today.
yeah, we're gonna go fast.
You
So
got a
let's
lot of
go.
topics. Got a lot of topics. So yeah, we'll get ready to jump into it. I guess I gotta play one quick song real
Yeah,
quick. All right. Well, we'll play Loyal. I'll jump into that, man. I think that's a good
definitely,
motivation
definitely,
Monday
definitely,
vibe.
definitely, definitely.
We'll get that rolling. And stay locked in. Shouts out to Nisi Badass. She said, I'm motivated to get up and being able to take care of my parents better than they've ever been provided for me. Blessings. Oh, that is good to be able to
Oh,
take
I
care of
got
your
something for her
parents.
too. If it's anything, I got some info for her if she got anything going on with their health or whatever, whatnot. I got some info, something I just learned too that we remind me to let her know that.
Definitely got you, man. All right, man. It's WHFV 1023 FM New Orleans. WHIV 1023 FM New Orleans. Of course, it is the morning, bro. I'm yours truly, Don P. Getting it in, doing it how I do it. Monday through Fridays, you catch me right here live from the WHIV studios. Another beautiful Monday, as I was telling you earlier. Don't forget to send your nominees to the Youth Athlete of the Month. I mean, of the week, I'm sorry, award. Of course, that's at the morning brew at gmail.com. Shouts out to my track kids this week, man. We had a lot of kids that qualified for district. Um, Luckily, our 7-year-old boys, man, we was expecting big things on their relay. They fumbled the handoff, but they still qualified. So luckily, the boys still qualified. So we got another chance in the district championship to make up for it. But outside of that, man, a lot of my sprinters, man, just about every race that we had a kid in, which we had a kid in a lot of races, just about every race we qualified somebody for the district championships.
That's good. That's
So
good.
just big ups to the whole team. Overall, the whole team had a great day out, to be honest with you. Overall. So yeah, man, shouts out to all of the kiddos over there. There's several kids I could really nominate off that joint, man.
Oh
I ain't
man,
gonna even lie to you, man. We got a lot of kids out there that had a really, really good weekend.
that's a beautiful thing. Then.
Oh, shouts out to my relay, my boys and girls relay teams. I ain't gonna even lie. The other 8-year-olds, sweet 10-year-olds qualified second place. That was their second time. We put those boys together
That's a big deal.
a week ago.
It's a big deal.
We put the 10-year-olds, we put them together a week ago. We worked them this week. Our girls, I ain't gonna lie, they probably they probably gonna win the whole thing. They won they won the I think that's 9-year-old girls. Um
That's good. That means they starting young and they won't end up, you know what I'm saying, in bad situations like we might talk about later.
oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. You
yeah.
want to talk
They on
about
the right. They on the right path.
the influence of the ladies.
Yeah, yeah. So that's good. They starting
Definitely.
off on the
All
right
right.
path.
Well, let's get into
Yeah.
topics, man. What you got up on
All
the
right.
talk table first?
Let's talk about the millionaire in Florida. Millionaire by the name of Harris Rosen adopts a poor Florida neighborhood, paying for daycare, food programs, scholarships, and the graduation rate went from 25% to 100% with giving back. So he
How
decided,
long did it take?
and he this was over a course of like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? That it was over a course of 2 years,
So
and then he
so
decided to invest back in people.
he invested in
Yeah,
people in the neighborhood,
and guess what?
and
He's
within 2 years,
2 years
the
graduation rate
graduation
increase.
went from
Yeah,
like what
and
20 something.
yeah, and the job rate when parents were able to get jobs because they would do daycare and stuff,
Adult
and he paid. Yeah,
education.
he paid
Oh,
for it.
he paid
He
for
paid for
daycare.
daycare and
Oh, you
everything.
know what? Which
Yeah,
politician came in here and said if we had universal free daycare and it was good,
it was a
how
black
much
politician.
how much that was one of the younger guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we was asking you asked all of the
Oh, what's his
politicians.
name? What's his name? Oh God. Oh, what's the Bones? The one that just ran?
Ken
Yeah,
Barnes.
Ken Bones.
And
Yeah, it was Ken.
he just lost to Sidney Bartholomew.
Yeah, but that was Ken
That
Bones
was
that
Ken
said that
Barnes that said
because
that.
he was
And when
telling.
he said that, I was like,
It
I
made
remember when we
sense,
was
and
talking
it's
about that, and I
proven. It's
was like,
proven.
and so now this millionaire in
And guess
Florida,
and guess what his skin color was?
well, guess what color it
He's
is?
a Caucasian man. So I'm saying to our black people, when we saying come back in and invest back in our communities, what can come out those communities? You feel what I'm saying? We're not being hard on y'all, but
Do you have a list of like some of the? I know you said child care was one of the big
child
ones.
care. He did food programs and scholarships with schools, and then help parents where they was able to go back job search, and they was able to go back. They got they had
Like
babysitter, daycare,
so the
and then
daycare, and then they
was
had
able to
like you
go.
could go to school or
Yeah,
you
he
could
yes,
so you could
it's a
so you could
list.
go to job
It's
training.
a
So they
list.
had a
Yeah,
list of stuff that
yeah.
man, that's the
So
ideal model right there.
he
So
invested in people, and it's saying, why does the government really see what can be done, or you as an individual, especially this my opinion, as black men that are well off and black women that are well off, you know what I'm saying, that have money to donate to this and that, why not come back into the community?
I think
You know what I'm
no,
saying?
I think the community outreach
Mm.
system is broken.
Yeah,
I think there are some people. No, I think it's two things, sir. And then I can end on this. I think it's two things, bro. I think is I think the community outreach system is broken, and I think because the community outreach system is broken, people don't want to. They don't see results. So when you don't see results, you don't want to give.
you don't see results
Yeah,
because a lot of
everybody want to
times,
see a
sometimes
return on
but
their
it takes,
investments.
time, and I think sometimes
So you
people
think
come.
people just not giving?
I think people are not even taking the chance to do it because it's not making a wave. Like this was quiet. This been going on for a few years, and this man did that right. And look, it's just coming out. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't
Two,
think he
three
was worried.
years to
I don't.
see results
I
is
don't.
quick to
I don't.
me.
But I don't see. But listen to me. What I'm saying is, I don't think he was worried about the world knowing. I think a lot of times with our people, they want you to know. Like, okay, a lot of times if you look at some of the influencers and some of the rap artists, and you know what I'm saying, or whatever, first thing come out their mouth, I'm doing this for the kids, I'm doing that for the kids. Okay, why you got to talk about it?
I think you should.
No, but I'm gonna tell you
I
why.
think you should brag about
No,
it.
it's okay to brag about it, but this is the thing: you brag about it when you got issues going on, and somebody saying, "Oh, you kind of messed up here and there." Oh no, I take care of the kids. Okay, you should have did when you first did that. Let the world see it in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? If you was gonna brag about it.
I just think the system of community outreach. I just think the system in general, like I think it always comes from you got to pay attention to the root of the problem. Like one of the problems is like I think people don't give as much is because they don't know the results of what it is. When we sit here and we hear this story, it make us want to give.
Nah,
We looking at it like,
I think
man,
people don't really care, bro. I
I,
think people get very
I think it's a
selfish
part of it
in
too.
their mindset and say, "I made it out. My kids are good." You know what I'm saying? I'm not really, it's no, and a lot of times I think it's no shining moment for them, but they don't know that's the biggest shining moment in ever. If somebody's saying Don P is served, they just gave $500,000, you know what I'm saying, to
What
fix this and that. That's the biggest shining moment, and that's gonna put you in a better bracket for business
No,
because
the
the other
shining
businesses,
moment is when you go and say the per capita
yeah,
income in this
yeah,
area
yeah,
went
went
up.
up. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know
All
the
those things.
yeah
Yeah.
no the graduation rate went up. Like I like I said, I think it's one of those type of things where people are not gonna naturally do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
So some of those things you were saying, I think is so true, right? I think some people just don't care. Some people are selfish. Like I think all of
But
those things, but I think
but don't
a piece of
complain.
it
Don't complain about the neighborhoods and the
I
hood
just
if
think
you
a
can't
piece of
help
it
it.
is also, I think a big piece is the community outreach system itself is broken, meaning
Mm.
there's a lot of money that go towards community outreach on an everyday basis. and you see these nonprofits, they top heavy. So that means when I say top heavy, they getting $1 million and 80% of it is going towards staff, right? None of it is going towards programming. Or they get people who are running these programs, like even some of the
Mhm.
rappers and the athletes and stuff like that. They have really great programs, right? But the person that's running their program is probably a family member, somebody that doesn't have the experience in community outreach and understand, oh, what areas this money should be allocated
Mhm.
for. And when you have people that are managing things bad in the community, it looked like nobody's giving. It looked like it
Well,
looked like everything bad, but
well,
that
I'm
might
about
not be the
to
case. I think it's
I'm about to channel the inner you on some days, right? I'm
even
about to
Nord.
no, I'm about to channel you on the
All
you
right,
because you're
what you
being
got?
very nice this morning. I'm tired of being nice. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of being nice. I mean, I hear everything you're saying, and you're correct in some instances. But you know what? We give too many doggone excuses, but we complain about these young kids. We complain about the neighborhoods. We complain about this, especially our people that have done it and made something of themselves. And they complain about this and they complain about that. You know what I'm saying? And they give every excuse why they can't or why they shouldn't or whatever will not, but you complain. So I'm like this. If you want results and you know what you grew up in and things wasn't right, and now you done made it here, but you quick to claim, because this is something I used to tell rappers. I used to tell them all the time. Don't be screaming that hood where you from and all this, but you got 400,000 or $500,000 worth of chains around your neck. And then the old people in your neighborhood not eating. Young kids don't have the equipment and the parks or whatever. Coaches like you don't have that. My
I
thing
agree
is,
with you
don't scream, I'm from here. I'm from there. And you know this what made me. Nah, you won't get the right to do that. If you don't scream your hood, if your hood is still tore up and you go and you got, but you can flex a $200,000 watch on there, but then you got to go pay for a funeral for a kid that shouldn't have died. You feel what I'm saying? Or
nah,
you
I
could,
feel what you're
so
saying. I
I'm
do.
just to a
I
point
get it.
now. I'm just like this, man. I'm getting to a point where it's like, and
You're not wrong.
I think I'm coming from a stance where rappers have took some serious punches, right? When it comes to our communities, right? And so my thing is now, it's not gonna only just be them. It's not gonna only be athletes. I want you accountants. I want you financial advisors, you bankers, all y'all that's making above $100,000, right? And y'all be quick to say, I'm from uptown, I'm from downtown, or I'm from Miami-Dade County, and this and that and that and that. When you feel your hoodness, outside the corporate area, don't say it if you're not putting money back into these communities. That's my thing. Like, it's time to put pressure on everybody. Real estate agents. I want everybody to come back. I want everybody to come in that neighborhood. I don't care if it's 10 of y'all, including the athletes and the rappers. What about if 10 of y'all just put 20,000, because y'all show y'all go get a $20,000 Louis Vuitton bag, or y'all could get a $50,000 car and the chains and all that. But you say you're from this neighborhood, but then your neighborhood is terrible. And then you talk about the kids when they don't have guidance. So guess what? All y'all not got to give now. All y'all got to come back, or don't say them areas.
Because it's a
Yeah,
proven
yeah,
fact. If you reinvest into
exactly.
the
And
community it's a proven fact.
it's a proven fact.
If you reinvest into the community,
It's a proven fact. And
every time we
it's
see,
a good write off for you. It's a great write off for you,
yeah,
and it's gonna bring more money to your business, because guess what they're gonna say? Because how people, you know how the game go. If they see me and
instead of
Don
giving the
giving what
if
five
they
hundred thousand, guess what they're gonna do?
instead of giving the government $1 million in taxes,
And Hassan
drop
jewelry,
drop 500,000
and then you go get the
in
third
your
wall.
community.
You get the third wall diamond chain you done gave Hassan from jewelry store all that money. You gonna write that off? You gonna get something back off that? Is
Right.
it gonna bring you more business? No. Don't complain about, man, the hood bad, man. They tripping, man. Them kids tripping. Okay, well, then guess what? Come back. And I'm not just talking about rappers and athletes. It's no longer rappers and athletes just their responsibility alone. I want big time lawyers. I want accountants. I want financial. I want bankers.
But
I don't
said
care if
Fuller,
I don't
all y'all,
everybody. I want
everybody.
everybody. It's time now. It's time. And don't, because see, if I
All
catch
I
it, Because if I catch you out in New Orleans,
We should make it strategic
this is
though.
what
We
I'm
just
about to do.
need strategic investing.
If I catch you at an event in New Orleans and a certain song come on, they go 5+4, and what do you get? I'm gonna punch you dead before you get it. Nah, because you ain't representing that. You ain't representing that. You ain't 5+4. What you get punched in the face by serve. So because I'm tired of it, bro. I'm tired of riding around, and me and you ride around a lot. And you look at kids, and you a coach yourself. You're fortunate to be in an area where people do care. You know what I'm saying? The parents, but on that side, right? Come on, man. On the other side, all them be quick to scream and throwing up they third ward, seventh ward, sixth ward, and they got this and that. But then they start talking about, man, them kids tripping out there. They ain't got nothing to do. All these parents, man, she ain't doing nothing with her life. Okay, help pay for her to go to a trade school. You know what I'm saying? Help pay for some daycare. So she can go get a better job. And then you could be proud. That's how you could be proud of your hood. And so I'm just not about to be like what we was talking about the guy that talk about the females was when he was on them. So
Kevin Samuel
I'm about to be the Kevin Samuels
of
of
community
the community
outreach.
outreach. You gonna start doing something.
Sir
If
said he the
not,
Kevin
if I
Samuels
not,
of community
let me
outreach.
catch you say 5+4 and 1+2 and 5+5. What do you get? Punched in your face. You know what I'm saying? And I'm serious, man. I'm tired of it, man. I'm
Get it
tired.
off your chest.
Yeah, I got to.
I
It's
stand
Mad
down.
Monday. I'm in a Mad Monday, bro.
I,
No, we
I was
got
trying to let him make it. I said it's the
no.
system.
We ain't doing it no more, man.
He said,
We ain't doing it no more. Because
well,
that's what they do.
well, get the directors of the programming too, sir.
Yeah,
You got to get
all
them
I
too.
want everybody.
The directors of the programming, you got to get them because they sometimes they the reason that the system broke.
Let me make you mad too. Madam Mayor, she came in and she went one of the first things she went to was talking about Noah and getting Noah together. Why do she has to do it? I know y'all gonna say she's the mayor, but guess what?
Noah should have already been
They
together.
should have been together. All them that talking about I'm from Huntersville, not Seth. Seth do his thing. But I'm just naming folks. I'm from Shakespeare Uptown.
No, I'm telling you, I always tell this story about when my son was going to a certain school. Well, he was going to the school across the street was the Treme North. And first of all, I would be having to go to the school all the time. My son was having a difficult time or whatever. And so I'd be like, well, since I got to come over here at a certain time of the day, I'm going to go in this. They got the gym right there. I said I could go in here and shoot a couple hoops. You know what I'm saying? Run
You
around.
should have been doing your job. You should have been doing some outreach.
No,
No,
listen.
I'm messing with you.
Run around, getting a little exercise in. And I always tell this story about how they would make it was so uncomfortable and what's the word, inconvenient. And some stuff I do understand, but I could just tell they like wasn't very user friendly. Like you can't bring your bag in the gym, you can't use the shower, you feel what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, you got this Nord facility, and then I walk around in there and they got all of these classrooms, and it would be
better having some adults like yourself around.
nothing good. And I don't I never understood that. So when I think about that facility, and I'm like, when you go to the city council meeting, a lot of times, I mean, Nord is getting a good budget, man, the last few years. And so I'm like, all right, y'all got maybe y'all ain't getting enough, but you getting some budget.
But the community also
are you even think if you in that position, are you thinking about, well, I don't have enough budget, but I can use the facility and do these things to get more budget to create more programming? Like, I don't know if they just don't have that kind of training, if they're not thinking in that mindset, but
I ain't giving them no excuse.
I look at that part of it too.
Yeah.
I agree with you. As
it's
as
tired.
individuals, we got to do more giving back.
I'm tired of some accountant or realtor from an area.
They bragging about
the money and they doing this and doing that.
They got
I'm from here.
A $15,000 purse. And,
yeah, and I'm from here. You know what I'm saying? I'm from such and such ward.
All right, it's fake, so it was 3,000,
Yeah,
but still.
But I'm like, so right now, y'all on deck too now. You feel because the church doing what the church can do. The church does their job.
They want to call out the pastor.
Yeah, they want to call out the pastor. Now I'm gonna start calling. Oh, you an accountant, and you got the top accountant firm. You're running your mouth at Villa Vaso, talking about you this, you that, but you're from this neighborhood. I'm gonna punch in your mouth before the song go off. You gonna start giving, or we got to go in your pocket. It's just that simple. I don't want to hear
He
no more
said, "Oh, we
complaints.
gotta go in your pocket."
You should not go in your neighborhood where you grew up and it looks terrible. And old people need it's about to get hot. Old people better have fans, they better have water, better have everything else. I'm coming to your house to take yours. And it's just that simple.
Not Robin
Nah,
Hood.
it's gonna go down like that, man.
All
Because
right,
I'm
let's go
sick
to
of
the
that. Let's
next
go to the next clip.
because you about
All
to
right.
get mad for
Hey,
real.
I'm getting mad.
All
All
right,
right.
next on the list.
Okay. The racist incidents at the St. Patrick's Day parade in Metairie,
Oh, this is
which
not
we
gonna get
saw a
any
young
better.
individual doing the Nazi sign and like and so of course some people came on the comment and say, "Oh, people stop it." He was saying, "My love goes out to you." I said, "That's the same excuse they
Who
made."
said that?
Somebody in the comments, and I looked him up. He got a business out in Metairie, and I told him straight up. I said, "Stop it! Stop playing games. You know what that means. You know what I'm saying." But what the overall thing about it is, why has parade season? You know what I'm saying? We've always had racist stuff with parades and stuff like. Why has parade season have been so many racist incidents more than you've ever had? You know what I'm saying? Especially this year. Now, me, I might attest it to the climate of that administration that's in and how it came in and everything else, and the Stephen Millers who brought Project 2025, who we know are white nationalists. You know, it's more or less like, and I like the fact that the racism is out in the open. I don't have to guess. You ain't got to hide it. You don't have to hide your white hood. You know, that way I know who you are and how you feel and how I'm gonna deal with you. So, but I think it has been more racist incidents from the bead throwing, you know what I'm saying? From some of the stuff that the hanging of the doll on the side of that, and the excuse was, even though it's a black doll, but it was like, oh, we just hang them out before we throw them. I didn't see a white doll. You know what I'm saying? So why has it been so many racist incidents on
They
these? But it's
said
been
that.
it's been like that because you have Confederate last year throwing Confederate
When you
beads,
be telling me some of the excuses that they
man.
give, I
And
be like,
when he said that, I
they
wasn't
said
the
that
only
with a
one.
they said that with a straight
Man,
face.
they had white people commenting back at him saying, "Stop it." You know what that was. Elon Musk did it, and you know where Elon Musk is from. You know what I'm saying? The racist part of South Africa. What's his name? Did it? Who else did it? Pete Hex. All of them have done it. Talking about my love goes out to you. Ain't no doggone my love goes out to you. You know what that. You know what that is. You know exactly what that is. And so you're seeing too much of. You're seeing a lot of Nazis protesting, doing that same stuff all over the country. And all of a sudden now you got a young white man on a float at a St. Patrick's Day parade out in Metairie doing the same thing. And he know he was wrong
He
because if
had
you
like
watch the
two,
video,
yeah, because he
yeah,
had 2 or 3 people that was cheering him
yeah,
on.
cheering him on. And the girl standing next to him, you could read her lips. She's like, "What are you doing?" And he said something to her, laughing, and then did it again. And I'm like, okay, so good. So my black people understand what you're dealing with. Understand
I
what you're
gotta go
dealing
watch
with.
the video. You
Yeah,
said the girl
yeah.
standing.
She next to him. She said it.
I
She
seen the
touched him.
I
She
seen
touched
the
him.
2 dudes behind them was
But
cheering him
and
on.
they had a girl next to him. She touched his shoulder, like and you could see her, like, what are you in her hands? Like, what are you doing, basically? And he said something to her, smiling, and then did it again. So I'm like, wow, it's these parades and all this stuff going on. You know, now if you go out there, if the mayor decide, ain't nobody parade nowhere, nothing.
They
We
gonna
just
say they
yeah,
taking
the
the culture.
culture. They taking the culture. That's our new culture then. I guess that's the culture now.
Well, can I jump in on some of this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Since speaking of the new culture, and I think these stories kind of go together. We was talking about this. They had St. Patty parades all over the country where people was fighting. I'm talking
Well,
about
if you know Irish people, they got some good beer now.
I'm
But
talking about knockout.
drag out borrows. Yeah.
Yeah, but it to me it looked like it was not necessarily Irish people. It looked like it was just a bunch of people that went to St.
Irish
Patty Day
and just
parades.
and they got it, and that green beer
And
got to them.
no, they just used this as an opportunity to be
In New York,
kind of
they was
riotous.
taking the gallons of green beer and pouring it down the drain. The police, like, there's too much fighting. There was too much going on. Yeah. So I
So,
mean,
well, with me bringing that up, let's add this to the talk table. They shut down the rodeo.
okay, I know we was gonna get to that.
They shut down the rodeo earlier. They had a couple scuffles at Super Sunday.
I know we was gonna get to that. There you
The
go.
the St. Patty's Day parade.
It's just a lot of fighting going around, huh?
Yeah. So I guess
See, you punching somebody in the face that don't give like they're supposed to. I go right along with that.
all I'm saying is, bro, are we getting to a certain point in culture
Mm-mm.
where like
This country on the edge. This country is on
yeah,
the edge, and
something is going on.
nobody is speaking about this country is on the edge.
Like you go places, bro, it's just regular places, a parade, whatever.
Country
It
on the
is
edge,
now
man.
becoming a thing where
Look at a grandmother that got handled and
you
peered through in her face like that.
you can't go out to family gatherings, bro, and unruliness takes over.
It's like we need to have a boxing ring everywhere we go and let everybody get it off their chest. The country is on edge. You got this administration, and people gonna get mad, and I care less because nobody want to tell the truth. This administration has brought an edge within everybody, whether it's different colors, race on race. You know what I'm saying? And you want to talk about the biggest thing, and I have to say this real quick and let you finish. Why is this president now talking about people that have been escorted out the country? I'm gonna say escorted, not deported. I'm gonna say escorted. I'm gonna be nice. Why he's saying that those people should be the ones that can bring the economy back and get people get the phones back to working and everything. Why did you put them? They was working on them phones. Why would you put them out the country? Anyway, you see what kind of thinking that make you mad? Look how mad I just got because I'm like, how would you talk about undocumented workers? You put them out the country and you say they could be the answer. So to bring them back to work, they was already working. You get what I'm saying? Like this, but these are the things why this country is on edge. Because now look at us right now. Gas is going up. Gas is going up. You people barely working. February, 93,000 jobs is lost. 93,000 jobs is lost. And so even if you start working, your gas is so high. How you gonna get to work? You don't have money to pay for Uber. So you got, everything that's going this
So
administration.
you like all of this.
This administration,
You
man.
think this administration is the reason that we at a point where like the cultural violence is at an all time high?
Charlie Kirk wife over the weekend said exactly to white men, don't let nobody, white men are under pressure. They're being disenfranchised, and you got to stand up as a white man. And
I want
had
to
a
go.
black kid in the back shaking his head.
I'm gonna throw
So,
I'm gonna throw some of the things.
but
Read
this is
some
the
of the
type of stuff
comments.
out there. This is the type of stuff that's going on out there.
As Muhammad said, why do we go where we are not wanted? I wouldn't have gone to Metairie anyway. What do you expect? I respect that comment,
We celebrate everybody else stuff more than Juneteenth.
but I ain't gonna even lie to you. Like even beyond the racist things that have happened at these parades, my my testimony is more about like why is violence everywhere? Well, look at the rodeo.
It's everywhere. But
That didn't have anything to do with racism.
man, but you know
That
something?
was
No, you're right. We on the edge. We
that
on
was
the
us.
edge,
That
bro.
was us fighting us. Like
Everybody on the edge,
you go
man.
to the parade, people acting crazy.
Bro.
I remember when you could go to Metairie. Well, I don't know that.
No.
Yeah, I think
I
it
don't even
always been racist.
I don't even go in Kenner. I try if I could find a way to the airport without going through Kenner,
I ain't gonna
which I
lie.
done figured it
I
out now.
lived in Metairie for like a year.
Nah, I don't mess around out there. Much Lakeside is nice. But I just don't feel right. I went to jail out in Kenner for being black, driving a nice car across the parking lot.
It
This
was
is
all
not a
right for
lie.
me. I ain't gonna lie. Metairie, it was cool.
Bro, I got
I
pulled
was
over.
good though. I ain't gonna lie.
I got pulled
They had
over
all
for
the good
driving.
restaurants.
Oh man, it's cool. But I got pulled over for driving black in a nice
They ain't
car.
gonna be ghetto in the Walmart.
Man, well, you can say all that you want, but it ain't cool to me. I don't like being out there. I got hit by a policeman. I hit him, knocked him down, and then the other rest of them jumped on me
Now
and
you
took
just
me to
gonna
jail.
impose your one bad
Yeah,
incident on the
man.
whole
But see, I'm gonna tell
Jefferson
you something. But
Parish.
you know what you sound like? I ain't gonna lie to you. I know you ain't this. So before you get in your feelings, but you know what you sound like? You
What
sound
I
like them
sound like?
black people that be from New Orleans, and they see, I go out to Metairie because the bread is better at the bakery, and you got to worry about the bread. And like I can shop out there. I shop at wait, what's the
Bro,
store? What's the store I usually them do?
what is wrong with me not wanting to feel like I might get in a fist fight just going to
Well, how about maybe
the
you maybe
grocery
maybe you
store?
maybe you need to walk in the grocery store here and not walk in it like you on alert. You know what I'm saying? Looking like an angry black man because you don't do that in Jefferson Parish. You walk, hey. Hey, Bill, how you doing, Don? I remember you, Don. Okay, don't go because if you go to Walmart here in the city, you get out the car. Man, play with me. I'm about to just go to Walmart. Why we have that attitude?
You got to,
We have to
cause
see.
somebody,
Not see. No,
cause
no, you don't
because
have
of the
to.
previous,
How
the
about
previous
how about setting an
incidents.
example? Look at
Come
that.
on,
Don is happy.
let's go. Go to the next
Okay,
topic.
we
Go
go
to
to
the
the
next
next. Yeah,
topic.
we
What you
go.
got? Cause we
We
got
go
a
to the
lot of
next.
stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever
Okay.
we gonna get to, we gotta go
All right.
tomorrow because we got a
Okay.
lot of
Let's
topics.
skip up on it. Let's skip past the coaches or whatnot. Let's talk about this Minnesota group along with Pastor Jamal Bryant, who was the face of the Target back boycott rollback, DEI rollback, which was trying to DEI being erased by Trump administration. Now the numbers are crazy. Target lost $12.4 billion
What up, Jeezy?
and then a 9% operating income. So the boycott really worked, right? But not a Minnesota group, which Target their origin is in Minnesota. Now they're coming at Jamal Bryant like he needs to do more, and they coming at the man when the man made himself the face of it. Could have lost his church, could have lost all the stuff that was coming at him when he started his boycott. It was the face of it. Now they're coming at him. It's almost like, how much more you want from me?
So he started the boycott.
He
I'm
was the face of it.
confused.
What a group from
Yeah,
Minnesota started. I forgot the name of it. I apologize for not giving y'all the right, but he became the
but
face of it.
Jamal, yeah,
Yeah,
Pastor Jamal
pastor.
Bryant,
And I hate that when they don't say pastor. They all just say
yeah,
Jamal
Pastor
Bryant.
Jamal Bryant actually became the
Yeah,
face. I
face of it.
remember that he
Yeah.
became the face. I
And
remember talking about in December they was talking about how much the Target.
12.4
They
billion.
were saying how much it was making them lose money in December. So up until this point,
12.4 billion, but the most important is 9% decline in operating costs. That hurts. If you can't, you know what I'm saying, you're not making enough money where you got to, you know how the game go. If we're making this, we turn back with that money and we pay operating costs, right? So when you lose an operating cost, that means you got to let go people, or you it's struggling. And a few people I was reading was saying, man, that was hard, man. I would ride past Target and want to go in there so bad, but you know what? Now they talking about Target is saying, forget that. Target is now being forced to not take that road back to, but they scared to make that change. You know what I'm saying? To say, you know what, we going back to the way it was. But they took a hit. And it shows that boycotting does work if we do stick with it. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to everybody that in Pastor Jamal Bryant, because we showed our dollar matter. You know what I'm saying? We showed because $12.4 billion.
and nobody, they should be talking about
They're not
this
gonna talk
more.
about it because they can't talk about it because you know what that means?
You know
It shows
everything we've
it
been
works.
everything we've been talking about this morning. It all relates to the power of our dollar,
Exactly.
whether we invest it into our
And if
community
we collectively
or
come
what we
together,
collectively come together
there
and
you
be
go.
like, yo, we ain't shopping at no Target.
Because you remember, sometimes some people used to say, "Man, I'm not doing what Martin them was doing and marching and boycotting and all that," and don't realize the civil rights bill was passed not because of the tragedies they saw on TV. They tried to make it look like that in the movie, but it was because the boycotting of the buses. And when they boycotted them buses, they did not want that to spread across the United States. That was a lot of money. So that was they signed that civil rights bill real quick because the money they would have lost from that boycotting of the buses. So you look at this right now with Target. Now Target is being forced to look at that DI rollback and say we got to change, and then better what they were saying to get better more promotions on black owned stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it does prove that if we collectively get together, think about what we could do. Say it's Target yesterday. What about tomorrow? What will be the next thing? Will be tomorrow. I mean, females don't make a lot of money at Walmart. They replacing them with computers and everything and whatnot. And then they have a bad hiring practice, and black females are not getting
You
the
know what?
raises as much.
But the other thing I
What if we do that with that?
I'm sitting here thinking about it and listening to you. And the other thing I would have liked to have seen is, man, what if we could have repurposed those dollars? The dollars
And
that
so
we,
it has somewhere to sit to go
so
spend them.
how many millions of dollars or billions of dollars it was?
12.4 billion.
So what if we repurposed $12.4 billion
But
into
this,
our
but
community?
guess what? We exactly.
No,
But
I'm talking about like we
no.
know it
I
directly
know.
went to our community.
To just say everybody that used to spend $500 a month at Target, because Target, you don't just get clothes.
Right.
Target, you go get groceries from Target. Target got good prices on their groceries, right? So people, Target is all in the one like Walmart. So imagine if if you'd have said, okay, I'm gonna spend 250 at something else and take that 250 out other 250, and then I'm invested in a kid or anything, some helping a single mother or whatever, but not within the community. You're right. You're talking $12.4 billion.
Man, I'm telling you, that's a lot of money,
Imagine
bro.
half of that, 6.2 billion. Say you would have just took half of what you normally spend at Target, and they would have been going back into these neighborhoods. You're right. You know what I'm saying? So to move on real quick, I know we got
That's
to
the
move
other
on.
thing in our community. I think another problem is it sounds like I just said. Oh
Mhm.
well, what if we would have repurposed that money?
Yeah,
We doing a lot of mismanagement,
yeah.
bro.
So now we move on.
We mismanaging a lot of
I'm gonna say
resources.
it's gonna be hurtful. This, Saint signed Trevor Etienne. He's from Louisiana. He comes back, which means would this be the end of Alvin Kamara? And he said that before he go to another team, he will retire. You know what I'm saying, as a Saint, and
Not
then
oh Lord,
and
no,
then
huh?
and then man of God,
Man,
man,
these people gonna go crazy.
Demario Davis. I tell my wife, calm down. It's gonna be all right, baby. You know what I'm saying? Demario Davis. You know what I'm saying? He's going to the Jets. You know what I'm saying? All this free and cap space or whatever, whatnot. So you losing a big time leader. You know what I'm saying? As the Saints rebuild. Lante Taylor, he's going to the Titans. That means we're gonna have to forever void with the number one cornerback. We're gonna have need for that, or we're gonna get in a draft or whatnot. And they're revamping and rebuilding under their new coach. You know what I'm saying?
Lord,
Rebuilding.
sound like
So
the Saints gonna be
yeah.
worse this year
Now, but
coming.
no, they actually picked up some. They picked up a
Some good.
good lineman. They picked ATN. They got another. Oh, we stole another receiver from Tampa Bay, Palmer, who's one of their speedsters. You know what I'm saying? We stole him. So it seems like we're filling the gaps. But Demario Davis, you don't feel that, man, that easy, man. That was the captain of the defense, man. That was arguably the speaker for the team. So and I
It's
mean,
crazy how as a city you fall in love with certain players,
yeah, man, and
and then you
Demario,
wake and
man.
then you wake up one day and you be like, they gone.
And I
What?
even get mad that my wife loved Mario Davis, because she used to like Shaheed. She got mad when Shaheed, he left. But also Caden Ellis, we took him from the Falcons, which he used to be with us. So he's supposed to fill the spot of Demario Davis or whatever right now. And then we jump quick. John Curtis High School won the state men's basketball, beating Carr 55-50. Like you said, it was a low scoring game. And some call people said, man, the calls were ridiculous. That's why I kept it low and things like that. And so they've been talking about John Curtis all year. Get to
I
the
ain't gonna
free
even
throw
lie.
line
I
a
was
lot.
thinking about something. The refs can slow down the pace of a basketball
Yeah,
game
with the calls and
because
and and
they can slow the
and to
game up.
take your mindset. If you're not strong mentally, and these high school kids, well, every time a
Well,
whistle comes,
you think about a team like Edna Carr, they probably run way more than playing in a half court set.
yeah.
So if the team is if John Curtis' team is trying to run a slower set and the refs killing you with,
Well, it takes you, and I'll say this because I
it could
played.
definitely take you out your game for
I
sure.
played, I played, and I played for real. You have to be mentally strong when calls keep going on, and you can't get your momentum and impose your will on another team, and you keep getting calls, and calls that just shouldn't be. Most young men at that age, if they're not strong mentally, they're gonna get frustrated. And now you're not thinking. Now you getting mad. Now you getting out of
Can't play
character.
no
Yeah, and
defense.
you getting out of character. You like, you know what, bro? I ain't running a play. I'm going for it, and now you're getting out of character, and then that's your team start going downhill. And so Curtis, they've been complaining, oh yeah, I'm not gonna take nothing back because Curtis got a young man, black kid. I gotta say it. He is a dog. He
Yeah,
can
dog.
ball.
He
He a
can
point.
play.
Oh, he a point guard. He can ball, man. He one of them, but I think he was like in top in the nation, like the top 100 players. He's a dog, man. He's nice. So and Carr had some nice players too. See, they had players come off their football team. Once they join, they start rolling. You know what I'm saying? But John Curtis has been accused a lot this year where they were not taking nothing from them young men because you still got to play the game regardless, but they were going to the free throw line a whole lot this year. You know what I'm saying? And so they think that happened because 55-50, that's a low scoring game. That's like a scared game. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's, at that point in time with two teams that score a lot, that average over 60.
Shouts out to that boy Jeezy talking about high school basketball. Northside Vikings, that's his old high school. They made it to the championship. They lost to Peabody,
Yeah, Peabody been a dog for a while.
but it
So
was a great
yeah,
season.
Peabody been winning. Peabody think they won a few championships. So
Since we shouting out athletes, I
yeah,
seen over the weekend. Shouts out to Jefferson Rise. They won the district. They got put out first round of the playoffs. But I seen Wilkins, the young man Wilkins, over the weekend. Man, one of my pep rally with a purpose kids. He's going to play football in Arkansas. That boy was a dog on that basketball too.
a lot of players that play football play basketball. A lot of, you know what I'm saying? It's like that. It's like that other sport that, okay, I'm good at football, but I can play basketball. I'm good at basketball, but I can play a little football. You know, a little. See, the difference. Going from basketball to football, that's a whole different. But football to basketball is a little easier. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But also, we go back to several black coaches and assistant teams will be in March Madness. Their teams made it into March Madness, qualified, especially HBC CU. They won, I think. Southern won the SWAC. You know,
Southern won the swag.
yeah, the men's,
Men's team.
and
That's
so
what's up. Shouts out to Southern. They going. So they going to March Madness.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're gonna be going to March Madness. You know, they're gonna make them play a number one seed. But hey, they're in there, and they've done it before. You know, have made a chance. In Norfolk State, it's a bunch of black coaches, and they're assistant black coaches on some major D1 schools that now are being looked at. That they're watching them because of their programs and what they've been doing. They're watching them to pluck them away. And now instead, and my thing is these HBCUs and some of these get these coaches, man, before they go to these D
Well,
ones.
that's gonna
And you
go.
know,
That's gonna put us back in that conversation
yeah,
about reinvesting into ours.
and
Like, like you know how like with the
mhm,
NIL,
yeah,
the reason LSU can offer the NIL deals that they can offer and get these top athletes in the country, man, they got donors that are man giving
look,
millions of dollars.
25 million now. Every college is going to get 25 million to do NIL, and LSU been had Canes putting major money
You see
behind
what
them.
I'm saying? So
Yeah,
just imagine
I know.
if some of our millionaires
And
say, you know what, I want Jackson State to go high in March Madness. All they got to do is
get
go
them,
go get the. They got to spend some
they
bread,
got to spend some bread, and
but they
that
could go. They really could go and get the best.
and it makes the last of the point that you said. You just really made the point for me. Should we be pushing our kids, our superstar kids, towards black coaches and programs like HBCUs? And just imagine if all the 5 stars, which mostly of our black kids, imagine if them 5 stars would go to them university. And I
If we
think,
was just a
and
little more
no,
selfish,
and Dion showed that because you got to think about
what he did with Jackson State,
when he got to Jackson State, right? Walmart put up a lot of money. And then what he did, he was so smart. He took and made Walmart pay for their practice stuff at Jackson State and pay for a new field at Mississippi Valley because he was cool with the coach. So that proves to you when he brought not just himself, brought the number one cornerback, Travis Hunter, and brought him there. The money followed him to Jackson. That's why a lot of people was upset when he left. But then Jackson wasn't playing fair. They was playing with the ticket price money. See, that's what our people do.
we messed it up.
Yeah, we messed it up. And so he was bringing all these players,
It was a prime
and then other
example.
coaches was coming
But
from. Yeah,
I hate that we messed it up. We got to do more of that, and we just got to fix the back end.
we
Because
just,
if they would have had
yeah, the back end is bad.
yeah, the
Yeah,
back end
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah,
bad,
yeah.
but the overall
But we
idea
saw it would have worked.
and concept it worked.
Travis came, and then you was looking at. You even had white players that were ranked were going to other HBCUs and coming, and one came to Jackson, and it proves a point that the money will follow. And you remember the movie when they say build the field, they will come. The baseball thing,
Yeah,
build it, they will come. That's exactly the point.
I
If
I
you
agree with you
if
100%,
you
bro. And I think NIL is the way.
yeah, and that's the thing because if you say for instance
I feel like I could
no
start a school right now, and because they making NIL legal in Louisiana for
imagine
high
this.
school students, you know they just passed
Oh
that.
yeah, in Louisiana, yeah, because Georgia been at it.
We
I know.
we could start a school right now, and we can have impact within 2 years.
We still,
Because all we got to do is go get the bread.
man, I'm still partner of a collective company, right? And our Vibe World Vibe Collective, and we deal with that all the time. We know, like when Louisiana came, Louisiana was one of the last to say, okay, y'all can pay high school students now. So imagine Carl All them years of championships. Imagine if they had the money because they're a great investment. They winning all the time. They're on TV all the time. So your attorney, law fee company, and whatever your food store will be all on card games, which are sold out. They are a perfect investment in NIL.
I can't believe they ain't built the field over there at Car.
Man,
I
let me
know it's
tell you
coming.
something. Because because Louisiana has been blocking the NIL situations. Because like I said, look at Dion. That stadium at Jackson State was terrible. Man, they put so much money into that, then the practice facility, and then the sad part,
The only
Mississippi
thing that
Valley.
Dion was missing, that's why I be talking about. That's why I be talking about allocation of funding. The only thing that Dion was missing was somebody on the back end that would have filtered that money into the community around these HBCUs. Because that is to me, I think that's the biggest problem. Like my son was thinking about going to Southern, and you know what I thought about? Remember the Southern kid that got shot in his apartment, damn near on Southern campus? I
Yeah.
be hating that we don't, when the money come in to
No,
the
you got
HBCUs,
no. Say it right. Say it. Nah,
we got
say it.
to invest in the
No,
communities
no, no.
around.
Say it right.
Go ahead.
LSU and around LSU, how nice College Drive is around
Yeah,
LSU,
because they
and
invest
then
in
in
the.
Southern Plank Road, look what's around there.
They don't
I
invest
know.
into the.
That's what I say. Yeah,
You gotta
but
invest into
let's
the
give the people
community.
that don't know no better, that maybe don't go to Baton Rouge like we have been in there around LSU, College Drive, Nichols Drive.
If they
It's so beautiful. You could go
if they
walking.
go
Yeah,
in, if they
yeah.
go invest in
Hmm.
Plank Road right now, you know what's gonna happen? Southern's gonna get more money
Yeah.
because right now you can't get a ticket to a Southern game. Imagine if
Oh,
Southern,
don't try to
oh,
poke.
imagine if Southern over there by on Plank Road was dressed up how it is around Tiger Stadium.
Scenic highway, and all that. Yeah.
The nice buildings and the good,
And
bro. How much money?
somewhere to go when they're waiting to go to the game,
Game,
and
eating
different restaurants.
complex,
Yeah,
shopping, bro.
exactly.
How much money would Southern bring in for
Well,
somebody investing?
hopefully Marshall Falk is there now.
Oh
So
yeah.
hopefully
So
he can
we'll see
bring
some
in
changes.
some changes or whatever,
I want to
whatnot.
be one of those people in positions that can say, "Hey man, let me give you my ideas." I be feeling like they got all of these educated, economical people that got all of these degrees. Why I can come up on the radio and say, "Wait, we need to invest in this over here, or we need to get daycare."
But it's guess what? You know what you said earlier when we was talking about something we're gonna get into in a little bit about the circle, right? The circle. Sometimes us as black people, we get on, and somehow our circle, when we was trying to get on, we used to always have
It's a
cigars
different circle.
and beers together, and you my guy, and hey man, don't catch Uber, I'm gonna pick you up and everything. And then we get on, and our circle go from what up, bruh, to hey, how you doing, man? Hey, hi, Will. Hi, Billy. Oh man, it's great to see you, Bill.
We start
Yeah, yeah,
acting funny.
yeah. We start wearing the quarter zip. You know what I'm saying? And nothing wrong with the quarter zip because I've always had them, but we start wearing it different. You know what I'm saying? We got the button up collar, and yeah, I mean, everything changed.
We don't
We
speak to our people no
oh
more.
no, and it'd be like, oh hey, you might say,
You
bro,
get a new car, you start
yeah,
acting funny.
you call him by his name. Hey, Peanut man, look, hey,
Hey,
come
call
on,
me
see,
Brian.
Brian. I'm Brian, man. You know was something small. Well, we over here, man. We over here at Stella's Lounge, man, and we about to, little Bob Morley and a couple of little shots, man. Don spinning, man, and then Don called Don and brought dropped Peanut off a few times. Oh man, I heard they had a little problem over there one night, man. So we tend to change, man. We tend to change, man. And
Hilarious.
and it's the truth.
It is.
We got a few. I know
We
we
got
got.
to get ready to
I know
go.
we got to get ready to go.
We
But the
out of
one
time.
thing,
What
yeah,
you had left?
the one thing, Super Sunday, the vendors were complaining because a
Oh,
lot of
we're gonna
people.
come back and talk
Yeah,
about it
yeah,
on Tuesday.
we'll come
Talk
back and
about it
talk about.
Tuesday. Tomorrow we're gonna talk about Super Sunday
Yeah,
and vendors and we
and we could get some. That get more time to research overnight.
and any other topics that we missed today. We'll bring those
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
What else we got for tomorrow? I
Oh
know
no, that was the biggest one. I was saving
that
it
was
for
the one.
last.
That's the one we missed.
I was
All right,
saving it
so
for
that's
last.
first topic for tomorrow. We'll talk about the vendors. Hey, all right, we'll get some stuff. We'll have
Oh,
some stuff
and
tomorrow.
a motivational moment. If you got a career and you from running these areas and you're not giving, I'm gonna punch in your face. 5 + 4,
Jeez,
clack. I'm there. You what?
jeez,
I'm
Louise.
serious. I'm serious. So look for it.
My motivational moment of the day is right now, man. My pastor is doing a series on faith and action behind faith. So this week, man, I want y'all to get some faith goals. What are you believing in? And then put some action behind it. Like so, if you believing in losing 10 pounds, that's cool. You could pray and believe in that, but you're gonna have to eat healthy. You're gonna have to go to the gym at least 3 times. Like believing in things and having faith in things, but put some action behind it. You can't say, "Oh, I want to make more money," but you're not making more service calls. You feel what I'm saying? Or doing the things that you need to do to be in that position. So definitely, man, faith and then action behind the faith. All right.
Definitely, man. That's
Shouts out to
strong
all of
right
my
there. That's
people.
strong right
Look on my page. I got a couple of things I put on my page, like the Youth Athlete of the Month award that's going up there. And
You know what we missed today?
what?
Real quick. You didn't give me on my Monday. You didn't do it in a while, man. My gospel song, bro.
Oh,
You
you
always
know
give
what?
me one that get me, and I go look for it,
Yeah,
and then I add it to my playlist, brother.
I gotta get back
And
to
then you
my
waited till late
gospel
to talk about
Mondays.
what your Rev. Come on, Mondays you tell me what Rev done talked about, which make me say hey, I miss church.
I
But he
usually
bring,
start off with it.
yeah, man.
I know I was running
And then you,
behind. I
then you,
skipped over
I
some
mean,
pertinent
loyalty was a good
things.
song. That's how we love. That's our people. But man, you usually give me a
All
good,
right,
you know,
I stand corrected.
don't make me come at you too like I'm gonna come at them.
Nah, I don't
All
want it.
right, so Monday, next Monday,
I
if you
got you.
don't give me this,
I got a good one too. I got a good one. I usually play my favorite. I ain't played it in a while.
6+6 from Mississippi.
All right, man. Let me get on up out of here real quick. It is the morning brew. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It has been a great show, man. Really great research this weekend. I like all of the stories that you brought up. And we're gonna keep the party rolling. It's the morning brew on
Keep the ball jumping,
WHIV 1023.
man. Hallelujah.
Uptown to downtown, from Gulfport to California. You're listening to the brand new Morning Brew on WHIV 1023.
aligning himself with Russia, with Putin, and prioritizing taking calls with him or trying to arrange negotiations that Ukraine was not part of, and suggesting ends to the war that involved like capitulating a lot of Ukrainian territory. So the second time, there was it felt much more like people had, in some ways, I don't want to say gotten used to it because no one's ever used to violence in this way, I think. But after 3 years, your life has to go on. You can't just live paralyzed by fear all the time. So I would be in the hotel and the air raid siren would be going off. And outside people are still, walking to the grocery store. And I heard someone describe it once as like they treating it like